Hello there, my dear and bright students. This is your teacher Shagufta Faisal, and today we will talk about the Palestine conflict. Such conflict between Palestine and Israel is one of the most highly publicized and bitter struggles of the modern times. Although the two groups have different religions, religious differences were not the cause of the strife. The conflict began as a struggle over land. For the Palestinians, the last 100 years have brought lots of colonization, expulsion, and military occupation, followed by a long and difficult search for self-determination and for coexistence with the nation they hold responsible for their suffering and loss. For the Jewish people of Israel, the return to the land of their forefathers after centuries of persecution around the world has not brought peace or the security. They have faced many crises as their neighbors have sought to wipe their country off the map. Let's talk about what is Israel. The state of Israel was a self-declared independent state in 1946. Situated in the southwest of Asia, close to the Mediterranean Sea. Israel shares the border with Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, state of Palestine comprising Gaza and West Bank to east and southwest. It defines itself as a Jewish and democratic state. It has highest standard of living in Middle East and the fifth highest in Asia and has one of the highest life expectancies in the world. These are the flags of Palestine. Now let's talk about Palestine. The state of Palestine was declared an independent state in 1988 by PLO. Do you remember what is PLO? Yes, Palestinian Liberation Organization. It consists of West Bank and Gaza territories. Ramallah is its administrative center. Most of the territories are under Israeli occupation. West Bank is controlled by moderate Fatah party. Gaza is controlled by extremist Hamas group. So here is the timeline of the conflict. In 1947, there was the arrival of Jews. Large number of European Jews emigrated to Palestine following World War II and World War I with support of League of Nations. Engaged in conflict with local natives. Turned violent, Israel defeats Palestinians with the help of backing from British colonists. In 1947, British withdraws from Palestine. United Nations approves the partition of British mandated Palestine into Arab state and Jewish state. Accepted by Israel but not by Palestinians as it was considered highly illegitimate with Israel given large swath of land. In 1967, there was the Arab-Israel War. Israel launches airstrikes on Egypt, Jordan, and Syria in response to build of Arab armies along its border. Captures Golan Heights, Gaza Strip, and West Bank, backed by West. It's called Land of Peace, formula adopted by United Nations restores peace. In 1977 and 82, Egypt-Israel peace treaty was held. Two countries signed a formal peace agreement establishing diplomatic and commercial relations. Israel returns control of Sinai to Egypt. We have talked about Intifada. It began with violence, riots, general strikes, and civil disobedience campaigns by Palestinians, which was responded by IDF. It wanted a complete withdrawal of Israel from territories it occupied in 1965, lifting curfews and checkpoints. Jordan abandoned its claim of West Bank to PLO, and the independent state of Palestine was proclaimed. In the present condition of a Gaza conflict, completely separated from West Bank, which is now controlled by moderate Fatah party. Gaza comes under control of a radical group called Hamas. Israel imposes a complete blockade on Gaza, not allowing any transfer of food, water, electricity. Gaza is the world's most densely populated place, out of which 70% survive on foreign aid. Most of the aid is through Rafah border. Israel introduces Iron Dome defense system in retaliation. In 2012, Israel launches Operation Pillar Defense by killing Hamas leader due to increased rocket firing. This was the condition. Hopefully, inshallah ta'ala, may Allah will bring peace over there in Palestine. Thank you.